most customer service quality degrades during growth. What's the principle that's preventing that with you guys?
It's hard. We started, I mean, literally in a janitor's closet in one of our sister companies, with two of us. When we moved into our first office, we got our own office space inside the same building, and got up to 17 people. My God, this is going to be hard to maintain the culture that two people started, or three people, or five people. And that's still true today. So we're close to 250 employees today, and folks all over the country. Primarily, everybody's here in the Kansas City office, but it is hard. And I was listening to Patrick Lencioni's podcast yesterday on my flight home from Florida, and he was talking about one of his latest episodes was cult or culture. And he said sometimes it's a fine line because, new people coming in, they see how this is the standard that we expect you to deliver on, to our partners and our clients. And it can seem a little bit cultish, I think, from the outside in, because we've brought in some high powered folks from big Fortune 100 companies. And they're like, they get kind of the sheepish grin at start, like, yeah, that's cute. And about 6 months in, they're like, wow, you guys are really, this way. And I think it's hard for them to swallow, coming from such a different world for years. That's probably one of my main jobs, is to make sure we maintain that differentiator. As we talked about beforehand, my daughter, has been with us now for 6 months, and I want a place that I would be proud that my daughter works at. And I don't, I don't know if that's necessarily, a sentiment that a lot of people feel about their workplace.
No, those NPS scores tell stories when you run them internally, right?
Yeah. Yes.
There's
Yeah.
some questions about that. Would you recommend a friend to work here, and questions like that? And you start getting into people's psyches, and you can understand a little bit better about your culture. It seems like you guys are setting a very, very high standard. If you're if we had a founder listening on the call today, and they said to you, I want to build a customer service led organization in a commoditized space, what's the principles you would guide them to that are kind of non negotiable?
Don't take any outside money. I mean, it's a lot easier when, it, it's never easy. Um, but, and if most people knew how hard it was going to be when they started, they'd never ever, take the first step. But for us, it's been that consistency of since day one, essentially. I came on board first, first person at Basys because I loved and I believed in the vision of our founder and our CEO, Brad Odo. I thought, this is so different than what I'm experiencing right now. And we knew each other from a previous workspace. And we just got out of a meeting right before this interview. And that is our number one goal, is to make sure that we're still doing what we set out to do years and years and years ago. And today it's, focus on others, focus on all the cars in this parking lot I'm looking out at. Those people are my responsibility, to make sure that they have a great place to work at and be happy and be proud of. And if you can get everybody moving in that direction, it's makes the mission a lot easier. It's never simple, but it's easier, I think.